Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, and this is a Bussin Certified Hood Classic. As if you didn't already know that, we're going to catch up on some sneaker news stories. Starting off with this story here, the sneakerhead scam surrounding the Awake New York Air Jordan 5s. No doubt you guys will have seen this story doing the rounds on sneaker Twitter as well as sneaker social media over the past couple of days. It involves a pretty hyped up sneaker, and this story has only further fueled the hype around it. So just to bring you guys up to speed, basically what has happened here is a social media user who goes by the name of Yasin Daily has sold or was selling friends and family links for the Awake New York Air Jordan 5s. Essentially, these links would guarantee people that use them access to both pairs, and after gaining online cosigns with proof of confirmation, she told those who had paid that the links would be sent later on, but they never arrived. She then stated publicly that she wouldn't be issuing refunds to the people that never ended up getting the link. And as the story has developed and maturated, and Awake New York has been hit up demanding an explanation as to how these friends and family links even got out into the public sphere in the first place, Awake New York have denied any claims or any links to the scammer in this instance, also denying that anybody was provided with any links at all that was employed by Awake New York. So yeah, sneaker Twitter was going crazy. There was an online sneaker space or X space that was created wherein this chick could turn up and plead her case, but she left listeners frustrated at her lack of accountability because she was essentially saying that anybody that had given her money and hadn't received the link was not going to be getting a refund. So she's made off with something in the region of around 6K I've been hearing reports of, and it doesn't sound like she's going to be trying to give any money back to anybody that wasn't provided a link. And yeah, this whole story sort of smacks of the back door again. It smacks of the Marcus Jordan effect. It's an opportunity taken by someone with scamming inclinations. So yeah, apart from the misfortune of those that fell victim to the scam, this has definitely hyped up the release. Now, in terms of the release itself, it has been and gone. The EQL raffle was up for a day or whatever to enter into the draw. The in-person pickups were done yesterday, I think, or maybe it's today, and you're just gonna have to wait around to hear whether or not you have won. Now, the stock numbers on both of these shoes have been rumored to be really limited. Something like 7K pairs for the pink pair, 10K pairs for the blue pair. The blue pair is supposed to be getting a Sneakers app release on the 30th. But with all of the backdooring and with all of these friends and family links that have been seeded around, it seems to me like that 7K number has going to have diminished greatly, meaning your chances to come up on these, which were already small, have become even smaller. Now, I have a bit of a hot take on this shoe, if I can be so bold. I feel like these are a little bit overhyped. I don't feel like people were that excited about these shoes earlier on in the year when we first saw the images, when we saw celebs getting seeded them. I feel like the hype for these has really changed once people realized how limited they were going to be. Both pairs, the pink and the blue pair. And if you look at the early prices in the secondary market on places like StockX, these things are reselling for $800 already, meaning by the time they come out, it's going to be a north of $500 shoe at least. So I'm not saying it's a bad shoe. I do like both the colorways. I do think the shoes are cool. You guys know I've been consistent with that. I just feel like they've been getting a little bit overblown in the media this past week, with a lot of people talking about them and a lot of big prominent sneaker pages featuring them. And now with this story around the scamming, it just feels like a shoe that everybody feels like they all of a sudden need to have. What do you guys think about that? Is that a hot take or not? You can let me know. Right, the other big story that has crept up over the past day or two is the quality control issues with the recently released Nike Air Max 95 SB in the cactus flower colorway. There have been a couple of pretty conspicuous reports out there about people's shoes falling apart. I mean, check this picture out here and check this video out here where the bro is showing his shoes ripping right around the front of the suede mudguard there. And if you look at the comments online, this one here from Brendan Dunn, who I'm sure you guys all know, heard the same from a friend whose pair ripped after one wear. This pair here, honestly, this shoe fell apart way too easy, only 6 days old, and it's ruined just from walking. This guy Charlie, this is a huge bummer. I've worn these maybe 6 times. I didn't skate them or kick anything sharp. the tear just appeared. Look, I'm not trying to blow this out of proportion. So bro has a whole big essay here on what happened. And so, yeah, I mean, maybe you guys out there that are watching the video that came up on this pair can let me know. Have you guys experienced any quality control issues with your pair? This was a pair, and it still is a pair that I'm trying to come up on, actually. Is if anyone does have a pair for retail, let me know. I would be interested in getting my hands on these. But yeah, this is a shoe that has been modified for skating, right? So the materials should have been made more durable, because if they're falling apart when people are just walking around in them, what's going to happen to them after they've been skated a whole bunch of times? So this isn't a good look for Nike. It's not clear whether or not this is a genuine manufacturing defect that's apparent on all pairs, because I don't know, at least according to the reports here, the issue seems to be cropping up on the same part of the shoe, right around the front of the mudguard on the suede. And I know people might be saying, aren't these supposed to wear away a little bit like SBs are supposed to do? I don't think so, because there isn't a underlayer that's designed to be revealed as the material wears away. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know what you think about that. Right, some updates with the Undefeated 4s. The fakes are out there. I've had a few of you guys send me this post here, the Fufu Airs, the not so rare Airs. I mean, if we just take a moment, like, the one thing I respect about these fakes is these look like proper fakes. You know, they look like authentic fakes. I know that's a bit oxymoronic, but you know, they're not trying to do too much, in my opinion. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the updates with the Undefeated 4s. So we have some official retailer images, and the official retailer images are looking good. Look, if you're like me and you didn't come up on the Undefeated 4s and you've been sat there stewing in the FOMO juice the past couple of weeks whilst everybody else out there has been flexing, and you've been waiting to pull the trigger on the resale markets, I've always said, be patient, man. These are supposed to be coming out end of the month. Just wait for the market to get another influx of pairs, and the prices will come down. August the 28th, we've got the sneakers app release. I'm still waiting for confirmation to hear about to what extent these are going to wheel out in the UK, tier 0 retailer vibes, or whether or not it's just going to be a Nike sneakers app release. To me, it would make sense that some tier 0 retailers here in the UK do get these because, you know, it's a product that a lot of the big accounts are going to want to have access to wheel them out to their loyal customer bases. I'm not sure though. It is a special release, obviously. Undefeated, having had sole control over the initial drop, makes a lot of sense given the collab, etc. But yeah, the 28th, we've got the official retailer images. They're looking good. I'm looking forward to the prices coming down anyway. Right, so the big release that went down today, or one of the big releases that went down today, at least for you guys over there in the US, were the Air Max 1000 collaboration with Zellerfeld. And if you guys have been following the channel and you haven't yet checked out my review, go and check it out. It's fire. I have actually been putting this shoe through a pretty solid wear test. I asked you guys if you wanted a proper wear test, and yeah, I've been beating these things up. I did like 15K in them on Sunday, walking in the forest. I actually even played 18 holes of golf yesterday in these things as well to see how they hold up. And I'm gonna be giving you guys my in-depth wear test review tomorrow, including showing how they scrub up and whether or not these things are worth it. So yeah, did you guys come up on these or not? Let me know. Okay, so Vans are the latest to join the clog game, the mule game, the comfy, cozy footwear game. I mean, from this particular angle, this image, this looks more like a purse or some kind of clutch bag than it does a piece of footwear. These other colorways, okay, yeah, they look all right. They look interesting. They don't really scream Vans. There's nothing Vans design language in these for me. Here you can see someone wearing them at the beach. Yeah, I mean, some of the comments have been roasting these. I still maintain they do look like some kind of, I don't know, like soap dish or something like that. I'm not really down with them myself. Yeah, let's just move on. An official look at the Air Jordan 3 El Vuelo, the Ice Agency 3s. Bro, these things look tough, man. I like these. If you are Mexican or if you're into the luchadors, bro, this is gonna be a must cop. Just good luck getting them home. Hopefully you can avoid apprehension if you are in the USA. Some people have been saying they're Jordan 3s. The Jar 3 continues to maintain the motion. This is, in a lot of people's estimations, one of the hottest new Nike basketball shoes out there right now. Design is cool. This is the Hustle and Flow pair, which is the mismatched pair. We're gonna look at Complex's most anticipated sneakers for the rest of 2025. Let's go through them and you can tell me if you agree or not. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Air Max 95. Me personally, not being into anime, not being into manga, could care less about those. The Infinite Archives Air Jordan 17. I do think there is a lot of hype and anticipation around this just because of how hype the Jordan 17 releases were from last year, plus this colorway is pretty nice, pretty accessible. The Kith Adidas Clarks, I don't think so, man. I don't really think many people are gonna be checking for those. Personally, could be a hot take. Eric Costin Air Max 95 SB. Yeah, I think that's a valid take. That's a pretty cool looking shoe for sure. The Nike LeBron 23, let's be honest, unless you're a hardcore LeBron stan or you're, in the market for a new pair of hoop shoes, I don't really think so. I think contrastingly, the anticipation for the Converse Shy 1 is high. Just given the fact that OKC won, bro's the MVP, his shoe has definitely been a target for attention this past 6 months, 8 months. I do think that the Shy shoe is definitely one a lot of people are looking forward to. The Black Tongue Fire Red Air Jordan 5, yeah, definitely. A lot of people are going to be checking for that retro, whether or not they flop, well, not flop, but whether or not they fail to sell out. Like the Grapes remains to be seen. The Tokyo 5s, absolutely. I would say a lot of people, myself included, are definitely considering that one of the biggest shoes still yet to drop this year. Absolutely. Action Bronson 992. Yeah, I feel like the 992 is a dope shoe. This colorway is really nice, really wearable, especially for the fall winter season. I can understand that choice. The Jordan 11 Gamma, there's a lot of 11s dropping this holiday season. A lot of people have been, clamoring for a Gamma retro since we last had them back in 2013. But yeah, no, that's valid. That's valid. The Tom Sachs Mars Yard 3.0. As much as it pains me to say it, the Tom Sexual harassment shoes do still have a market. There are still a lot of keen beans out there that would love to get their hands on these. So yeah, this is a valid take. A lot of people are definitely going to be checking for those. What else on that list, or what else is there that's missing from that list? Feel free to let me know. Right, before we finish off, let's just quickly go through some of the sneakers releasing this week that you might want to keep an eye out for. Basically, you've got a few big bangers. August 22nd, the Air Max 95 SB Cactus Flower. That's seeing a Sneakers app release for you guys in the US. The skate shop raffles, I think, have been and gone. 22nd, you've got the Salehi Banbury New Balance 1000s, the Kobe Protro Halo on the 23rd. You've also got the Shattered Backboard Jordan 1 Highs for you guys over there in the US. Those things are on sale over here in the UK. Also on the 23rd, man, it's a big day. You've got the Jordan 40 Blue Suede, the Jordan Trunner Rare Air, and then you've also got the Pharrell Virginia Addy Star Jellyfish. Those will be available now to go into the raffle for on your normal Tier 0 retailers, and they are available here in the UK on a select different number of Tier 0 retailers as well. So a lot of people are going to be checking for the Jellyfishes, quite limited from what I gather. If you're willing to wait it out on the Shattered Backboards, I would. They'll probably go on sale as well. But yeah, huge week of releases for sure. And only another week left thereafter here in August before we move into September and the end of the summer season. What a shame. It's been a good summer. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. Thank you guys, as always, for taking the time to watch the video. Do me a favor and go and subscribe to my second channel. Like this video, chuck me a follow on IG, and I will see you for my wear test video on the Air Max 1000s. Looking to drop that video for you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care and peace.